If someone knocked at your door at night and you knew they were inhuman, would you still open it? You see, in Mulberry County, people did. Mulberry County doesn't begin with a story, it begins with a warning. If you were watching this, do not open that door. An emergency broadcast cuts in, calm, controlled, and almost routine until you actually listen to what it's actually saying. A man calls the police station at 2:37 a.m. as he hears something in his backyard. But when the officers arrive, what they find isn't an animal, they find something else. Something standing 8 feet tall, pale, sensitive to sound, and watching them. And just like that, it disappears into the woods. But as it turns its back and makes its way into the woods, a picture was taken of this creature. That's when everything changes. A curfew is issued, which means doors are meant to stay locked, and the public is told one simple thing: you are not dealing with one creature, they call them fallen angels. At first, everything looks simple, a small town dealing with a strange creature and a few sightings in the woods. But this is what Mulberry County wants you to think. But the deeper you go, the more you realize this isn't just a creature problem, this is something that has been happening for a long time. Let's talk about the fallen angels for a bit, because this is where things stop making sense. They look almost human, but not quite. Their limbs are too long, their posture is unnatural, and sometimes they crawl instead of walking. Even their skin looks unfinished, like raw flesh or something trying to be a skin. They aren't just monsters, they look like something that is trying to imitate us, like the Timu version of a human. But here's the part that really matters: they don't just attack, they pretend. They can easily become someone else. At one point, something shows up at Henry's door. Not a monster, but an old man. He politely asks if he could come inside as he needs help. And for a moment, it almost works until it doesn't, because right in front of Henry, the man starts to break. His whole body twists, splits, and opens. And what is underneath is one of them. To me, there are only few explanations that actually make sense, and none of them are good. I feel they are using bodies. The game introduces something called spine columns, large structures made of bone and organic matter, and the description says something very specific. They are used for bodies the creatures no longer need. Not killed, not eaten, but used, which suggests something disturbing. These creatures might not just be killing people, they might be wearing them, kind of like Reanimal with the sniffers. My second theory is they hunt with intelligence. The fallen angel that is stalking Henry doesn't rush in, it plays with him. It breaks windows, it pretends to be human, it lures him outside and then sneaks into his house. It is acting like something that understands fear, isolation, and timing. Clearly you can see it wants him alone. But here's where everything gets even stranger, because Mulberry County isn't just about creatures, it is about Henry. The truth is, Henry isn't random. At first, Henry just feels like a normal protagonist, a kid stuck in a bad situation, but the deeper you go, the more that falls apart, because Henry has seen this before. Through the tapes and dream sequences, we start to piece something together. Henry's parents weren't just normal people, they were tracking the fallen angels. They had the equipment, they had recorded sightings, and they were documenting something. This wasn't accidental, they knew these things existed, which raises a terrifying question. If they knew all of this, why did they leave? And more importantly, why did they leave him behind? There are only few ways to interpret this. One, they were running, something dangerous got too close and they had to leave immediately. But if that is true, why not take Henry? Two, they were chasing something. They did not run, they went towards the threats, which means whatever is happening in Mulberry County is bigger than just one town. And finally, Henry was meant to stay. This is the most disturbing one of them all. That folder, the clues, and the setup, it almost feels like Henry was meant to discover all of this, like someone wanted him involved. And then we have the dreams. That sequence in chapter 3, that is not random imagery. It feels like a memory or something much deeper, something connecting Henry directly to the fallen angels, not just as a victim, but as someone who has been close to them before. At the end of volume 1, something unexpected happens. Henry is cornered, there is no escape, and the creature is right there. And then he starts to pray and the fallen angel runs. Now you might say, Sanosuke, why does that matter? Because these things that mimic humans, use bodies, and hunt intelligently are also repelled by something spiritual, which might explain their name. Not just monsters, not aliens, but something closer, something that fell. So, what actually is happening in Mulberry County? When you put everything together, this is what the game is quietly telling you. These creatures have been around longer than we think, and people like Henry's parents have known about them. They don't just kill, they replace. They isolate victims and manipulate them, and whatever they are not supposed to be here. The scariest part of Mulberry County isn't the creatures, it is the uncertainty, because at any moment, the person at your door might not be a person, the thing outside might already be inside, and the people who understood all of this are gone. And as for Henry, he is still here, still in the middle of it, still being watched, and now he knows just enough to be dangerous. Mulberry County doesn't tell you everything, it just shows you enough to realize that you were never safe to begin with. So, what did you guys make of all of this? Let me know in the comment section. What are your thoughts about Mulberry County? What do you think about the fallen angels? What do you think about Henry and his parents? Please let me know in the comment section. I'll be waiting there for you guys. Please, if you enjoyed this video, kindly hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell icon so you can get notified when I upload videos like this, as I am trying to hit 1K subscribers by the end of this year. And until next time, peace and love.
Incredible.